Good afternoon. My name is Kim Kaczor. I'm the Director of Operations for the TRICAM program at Ann and Robert H. Lurie Children's Hospital, Chicago. On behalf of the Planning Committee for this event, it is my pleasure to welcome you back to Day 2 of the Illinois Suicide Prevention Summit, titled Suicide Prevention Healthcare, Striving for Safer and Equitable Care During COVID-19 and Beyond. I have 3 housekeeping items for the audience before we get started today. First, I'd like to thank you all for your high level of engagement throughout the sessions yesterday. There was a high volume of questions, and in response, we're planning a post-event communication to address those questions that we were unable to get to during the presentation. More information on this will be emailed after the conclusion of the conference. This post-event communication will also detail how to access the session recording. Like yesterday, we'll leave time today at the end of each presentation for questions, so please continue to submit your questions in the Q&A. Secondly, our group of sponsoring organizations is motivated to keep suicide prevention discussions like this one ongoing. This is one way to create a culture of change in our state. To that aim, when you complete your course evaluation at the end of the conference, there's a question asking if there are specific elements of a comprehensive suicide prevention program that you would believe would be appropriate for future short webinars. We'll use this question to gauge interest and need, with the intent that we may host webinars at regular intervals throughout the year. We thank you in advance for this important feedback. And finally, some brief navigational information on today's activities. Later this afternoon, we'll transition to 2 concurrent program tracks, one for youth and one for adults. The program provides details of the presentations that are scheduled in each track. When the time comes to start the concurrent tracks, those interested in the youth track will stay on this Zoom webinar, and those interested in the adult track must exit this Zoom and join the Zoom link specifically for the adult track. You are welcome to Zoom back and forth between youth and adult. We're going to do our very best to maintain the scheduled timing and make that possible, and ask our presenters and moderators to help us in that effort. But this transition is not until a little later, after the 2:20 p.m. Central Time break. So with the housekeeping out of the way and without further delay, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Matthew Davis. He provided the welcome yesterday, and today he will get us going with his keynote. Dr. Davis is the Chair of Pediatrics at Lurie Children's. He wears many leadership hats here, including the founding director of TRICAM, but regardless of the role in which he's serving, he is steadfastly committed, driven, and passionate about providing the best healthcare possible for the children of Chicago, Illinois, and beyond, and ensuring that those who are typically underserved receive equitable care. Dr. Davis, I invite you to take over the web space with your keynote presentation titled Promoting Suicide Prevention Through Multi-Faceted Interventions, Opportunities, and Obstacles.